All right. Good morning, folks, and welcome to the coffee run. I got volume here. Good. All right. Let's go, man. Got a interesting day today. I think it's going to be. I'm going to cover a lot of different things today. So hopefully you're geared up and ready to pay attention and have some fun with some things. One thing I want to get into kind of right away is a little bit of an announcement. Personal note: the house sold finally. You know, my whole trip here, right? We moved from Seattle to Wenatchee. And we did so. We wanted to not have to be in our house while we're trying to sell the house and have the contingency on the offer. So we basically bought a second house and put the other one up for sale. It's gone, thank God. Sold it last night, so that's good. Big weight off the shoulders there. Now it's about getting more of them JOBs, and we'll be in good shape. Okay, what's coming up this week for me is this. I'm going to do some more coding on the CGTV and the Craps for the Cure websites. The Craps for the Cure website's a little old. I got to get this year's information up on there, and I'm going to get the raffle site cleared out and get all that stuff sort of gone, right? So that's emptied out, put the new stuff in there. So I'll get the new raffle items up probably over the weekend, and then by Monday that site will be ready to kind of rock with updated scheduling as best I can do it and everything else. So that's going to happen. I'm also going to update the Casino Gaming TV website. I was showing you yesterday the screen that has the what do you call it, the session logger. I want to expand that a little bit. I want to give you kind of make that screen look like the spreadsheet where it previews what your sessions would look like moving forward. Of course, with your other sessions kind of done. So I'm just going to change how that thing looks, and that's what's going to happen there. So maybe by next week we'll have some updates on that. I hope. Cross your fingers I can find some free time in the evenings and weekend to get that done. But my attention really, aside from this morning show, is fully in on Craps for the Cure now. So I'm doing the daily paychecks. Obviously, I'm doing this show. This show is going to be a lot about updating you on what the Craps for the Cure stuff is. As I secure new interviews and things on the schedule, we'll announce them here. I may even have people on as a preview of their interview time on the big show. So expect this show to be kind of getting ready for Craps for the Cure for the next couple of months here. And that'll be like the primary focus for us. But I am going to do some other things, okay? Like today. And I'm not going to get into the whole reaction video thing. Ed already does that. Other people are doing some reaction. I'm not going to do reaction videos, but I am going to react to a video. So let's kind of call that out. And what I mean by that is this. There's a video put out by our good friend, Jimmy, over there, and he basically put it out that he has this straight. He calls it For the Money, right? Which is basically lay 4 and 10 martingale, which is, and he makes the comment in the video, for all you idiots who think I can't win, or all you idiots who think the casino has the edge, how can they beat me? How can they possibly beat me with this strategy? I'm going to show you today how the casinos beat you with that strategy, and this is going to serve as a way for you to learn how to break down any strategy. Really want you to see what I'm doing to his thing, so you have an idea of how to break every strategy down. And I really think it's an important thing. So, So quickly, Duracell says that I upgrade homes. I would say, abso-freaking-lutely. The house we bought here in Wenatchee, and look at Washington State. Wenatchee, you'll see, is dead center in the middle of the state. This house is within 100 square feet, same size as the old house. It's laid out differently. The old house was a 3 bedroom. So you walked in on the main floor where we had bathroom, kitchen, great room, and all that kind of stuff, the garage. Downstairs was a big old living room, bedroom, bathroom, and a wine cellar. And then the 3rd floor had the 3 bedrooms and our exercise room. So it was a 3-story house. This one's a 2-story house. You walk into it, and on the main floor, you've got the great room, the dining room, the kitchen, a bedroom, a bathroom, and an office. Kathy works in that office, and of course, we use our bedroom. The downstairs level has 2 more bedrooms plus my office. So there's 3 bedrooms down here, and that's it. And it's not even really a big flight of stairs, and they're wide. They're super wide, which is important because our dogs are old. I got a 9-year-old dog with a bad knee and a bad hip. I've got a 2-year-old, 1.5-2-year-old. The pit bull we just got, he's got a bad knee. He was born with an ACL issue, so he's got a bad knee. So for them, stairs are an issue. So we have wide, easy to get downstairs for them, which is great. So upgrade in terms of that. The layout's better. I got my craps table inside instead of the garage, which is better. And the view, I've shown you the view. I'll put it up there again at some point. I'll put the view out there so you can see the view from my deck. I'll put it out there on the Discord channel. You can see it. It's beautiful. Me and Kathy literally, as soon as we're done work, 5:01, we are outside on the deck watching the sunset. We have a view of the river, the Wenatchee area mountains, the Valley Mountains, plus the Cascades that are snow-capped. It's freaking unbelievable. Complete upgrade. We did a good thing over here. So we're very happy with it. Couldn't even be happier. So Dice DJ, how could you possibly lose in a martingale? I'll show you how you lose, right? We're going to get into that. But before that, let's do our normal routine here. Okay. So in August, I'm taking this week kind of off the paycheck. I'm still rolling stuff out, but I've been at the casino for, most of my life, right? And the last couple of weeks, though, I've played a few times, and I've been doing this thing where I'm going across and I'm doing a come bet, and I'm sort of replacing the place bets with the come bets and kind of dinking and grinding, right? And I've been doing okay, but I've been throwing well, right? When I do that strategy, I've had the dice, I've had 15, 20 rollers, and I'm like, this is kind of easy. Let me try that for a paycheck. Well, guess what? Here at this house, right? I'm setting and I'm throwing, but I'm not really focused at all. So take that for what it's worth. I'm not throwing well this week, right? And it's good because you're seeing that this nice, easy way to play a cross bet, 3 hits and out ain't so easy. It ain't so easy. 3 hits and out, or it's not getting 3 hits and losing $4,000, right? That's what that strategy amounts to. If I don't get 3 hits, I'm out $4,000. If I get 3 hits, I make $1,000. The regular way that I play, if I get 1 hit, I'm only going to at worst lose about 900 or 90, depending on what level I'm playing at. So I think the paycheck show, if you're not watching the show, watch the show. Tell your friends, tell everybody to watch the Daily Paycheck. Why? Not because I'm a great entertainer, not because I'm a great dice thrower, not because I'm a great strategist, but you're going to watch me play the same way every day for a long time. I'm going to give this way I'm playing this whole week. We're going to probably get 60 or 70 different shooters into the strategy this week. And you're going to see over the course of the week, how does this thing perform up and down? What do we do all week long? It's going to be very interesting to see over the course of time, right? How a thing holds up. I love that part of the show. What I'm going to start doing with it is doing my actual paycheck, my Dallas drawdown, which is the way that it works. That's the only way I've had success. And then spend the rest of the show doing a test. And these test runs are so critical for you to see the way that you want to play or the thing you saw on YouTube. How does it actually work in real time with real dice? You're going to watch it, right? That's the whole point of the damn show. That's the whole point of that show, is to let you see that stuff over and over and over and over again. And yeah, I'm a good entertainer, wager, right? And I can be funny sometimes, but at the end of the day, that's a reality check. That's the best reality check you can get. And let me just play the same thing 5 days in a row, 6 shooters, 7 shooters a day, and you watch me get my ass tore up. That's exactly the way it is, right? Some strategies, you don't get your ass tore up over the course of a week or a month or whatever. That's the Dallas drawdown. We've learned over the course of time, that's the safest way to get this thing done, right? The paycheck has taught us that. So anyway, and I owe all that to JB, right? Again, he doesn't like me to call him out, but I like to call him out. We talked about, like, what's the best way to use the bankroll? And he's like, what are you scared of? I said, I'm scared of time, right? I'm not scared of the 7. If it's going to get me on the first roll, it's going to get me in the first roll. You can't be scared of that. I am scared of having to get out there and get 8, 9 hits. I'm scared of having to do 4 shooters worth and having to crawl back. I don't want to have to crawl back. He's like, well, then use your bankroll to its max. That's the drawdown. Massive money, 1 hit, and bye-bye, right? It's a perfect math way to do it in terms of 2 hits and I'm at paycheck, and that math, right? So yeah, that's what we've discovered, and that's what this show is all about. So get on that damn show and watch it and play along with me. So anyway, that's the paycheck. Let's talk about the Crash for the Cure. And Jacob's here in the audience. I don't know if Jacob can make it to Vegas that weekend, but it's October 18th and 19th. I'd love to have you out there. It's a tough weekend. It's NASCAR is racing that weekend, so rooms are jacked up. I'm trying to get some rate cuts. Premier Hosting, who I work with, is working on getting us a block of rooms at a reduced rate, comps for the weekend at Palace Station. We're going to be at Casino Quest's new facility for the show. It's going to be filmed and streamed from, they call it the Dealer Training Center, the DTC. It's right across the street from Palace Station. It's off strip. It's walking distance. So we're going to do most of the broadcast from Casino Quest School, we're going to do some live filming up at Palace Station. I'm not sure how much or what times. It might be mornings only or something like that. We'll do some live tie-in up there at the casino. Thanks to David at Casino Quest for setting us up with that. Good friend of his is the GM over there, so we get some extra love. But in terms of looking at how we're going to make money this year, the goal this year again is 50. Okay, last year we made about 30 for the charity. This year I want to get to 50. Pre-event donations are a thing. Jeff from Atlanta Craps has raised some money along his shows to get there. I'm going to start beating the drum on this show too. We're going to start challenging people to make donations during the show at the website. Don't make them here on the YouTube channel. YouTube takes a percentage. If you want to give me some money on the super chat, all good. But YouTube takes a piece of that, right? I'm going to give you a link to the website where you can make the donation to the charity directly. No taxes, no fees, no nothing. So it's 100% donation to them. I'll give you that link later on, but once I fix the website. I'm talking to Chuck from Crapsy today, hopefully today, about two things. One is going to be, how do we tie in donations during the Craps for the Cure? So we're going to turn a Crapsy live table on during Craps for the Cure. And he's got that thing where you can tip the dealer thing, tip the show host. We're going to try and set it so that it's the Pro Craps Crapsy account, right? We're going to run a table for the entire 24 hours. Any tip that you give me is going to go right to the charity, right? It's going to go right to them, not to me. No fees. We're going to try and get him to waive the fees. So you're not paying any kind of percentage, and it goes to them, not to me. We got to get that set up on the back end. That Crapsy table is going to be running the whole time. When we're at Palace Station doing live streams, we're going to actually type into Crapsy what the people at the table are rolling. You're going to be playing along with actual shooters at the real table. Okay. And again, donate as you will throughout the day. When we're not at Palace, we'll bring the Crapsy game to the Casino Quest. And as we're doing things there, you can still play along there. But it's going to be really Crapsy against the real life table, which is the best thing. Figuring out how to make that work is the next challenge there. So again, if you're at the live table, there will be some sort of hey, donate some money. You get a spot at the table. Like, I'm not just going to have, everybody showing up there and playing. If you want to be on that table, it's going to be, me and, 10 Ton's going to be there, and maybe Heavy's going to be there, and, playing with some of the people, right? Make a donation to the charity, come on to the table. That's what I want to see. I want to see a little bit of willingness to do that. Just a couple of days, right? We'll sell tickets for attendance. We're going to have some raffle items. And of course, the super chats during the live stream, which will be done through Casino Quest channel. That live stream will only be at Casino Quest. Those super chats will be fee free. So when you do a super chat to a charity at YouTube, no fee. So when we do the live stream from Casino Quest account, then super chats are okay. So that's going to be our income streams for the charity. I'm working on a donation box at the table at Palace, and potentially some match play from the casinos. They don't want to have us be a part of it. Like, they don't want to be the official host and all that kind of stuff, which I understand. Maybe they will let us do some donation boxes and a little bit of match play. So we're talking about some of that stuff. So that's what's happening. Donations front. As these things get checked off each day this week in the coming months, I will alert you so you know what's locked in and what we're going to for sure do and how it's going to work. So pay attention there. Some of the raffle items that we've got, and again, I'm still torn on raffle versus auction. Raffle tickets are cool, right? I can sell $5 raffle tickets or $10 raffle tickets for all these things, right? You can buy 100 $10 raffle tickets and get 100 chances to win Joe's table, right? Or we can just auction it off and then only everybody just bids, and then at the end it's one price. I'd rather do the raffle. I think the raffles are a better way to go. But things we know we're going to have, Joe made the custom table, which is awesome. Heavy Haltham has got a craps class. Bo Parker's got a craps class. There's going to be a raffle item that'll be a cruise. And I mentioned yesterday my schedule. So I'm cruising from LA to Mexico in the spring. I'm cruising from Seattle to Alaska in the summer. One of those two cruises will be raffled off. You'll be able to go on a cruise with me and ... whoever else wants to come. And there's some invites out there for some people that I know. I'll let you know if they agree to come. And if they can make it, fantastic. Then it's going to be a cruise with me, a couple of your favorite YouTube friends, and my whole Seattle Craps crew. It's going to be freaking awesome, right? Garrison is, of course, putting up his whole system, the super system, another John Patrick signed book. Casino Player Magazine is going to put up some subscriptions. Casino Player Magazine, by the way, you should know this, through Garrison. So Garrison, love him or hate him, right? He's really all in on what we're doing. John Patrick, they're good friends. Patrick is a vet from the Korean War. They're all in on the charity, right? They want to do whatever they can to help us out. They're going to do to help us out. He's going to give us some time, some interview time. He's gotten Casino Player Magazine to interview us. They're going to put a feature in next month's magazine, the print magazine, about the event. So we're going to get coverage from Casino Player Magazine thanks to Garrison. He's a great marketing guy. So that's thanks to him. We have that. That's going to really, I think, increase some of the visibility for sure. And Fran and Ed and those guys, they've offered up a Casino Tiers Pro Pack, dice and the shirts and all the stuff. So that's some of the auction raffle items that we've got so far. I don't want to have 50 items like we had last year. I want to have like 10, maybe 10 things. So maybe there's a felt coming around, something like that, but that's how it's going to go as far as raffle items go. And then there's one more thing that I want to talk about. I guess we'll talk later about the schedule. I've got some things that I'm working on schedule-wise with regards to who's going to be interviewed, what time they're going to be there, what days, to be determined. I don't want to put that up here to shit. I'll talk about that stuff with you all tomorrow. So look at this. We got $1 from Slam. That's great. $1 from Cray. Oh my God, you guys are cracking me up. That's so funny. Duracell says, easy to buy $100 raffle tickets and drop the tickets in. Yeah. So I think, and don't quote me on this, but I think Duracell, that the auction software, now I can buy packs of raffle tickets and I think you can apply them to whatever. I don't know how that works. If you got to buy a raffle ticket for one thing, like 10 chances at this one thing, or if you can buy 100 raffle tickets for $1 each and then put them where you want them. I don't know if that's how it works. I'm going to go, they upgraded the software since last year, so I'm going to go check it out and see how that works. But if that's the case, then it's easy. Raffle tickets are $5 or $10 and you put them where you want to. You can buy packs of whatever and just kind of put your chances out there. So I'm going to have to meet with them a little bit in the next week or two and figure out how to set it all up. They're really good at helping us out. So maybe KD will donate some pieces. You know what? Again, I want to be really clear about this. I think it's an important thing. And maybe it's just me being me, okay? We don't love King Dice. We don't love Jimmy, right? Some of you guys don't love Garrison. I get it, right? But I know Garrison and Heavy don't get along, and Garrison and don't get who. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if Jeff and Alfredo, the two guys that fight if they both come to the Crafts for the Cure event and they're both there and they're both working for the charity, right? That's what it's all about. If King Dice can be a douchebag 364 days a year and one day come to our thing, right? Donate a year's worth of pizza or whatever he wants to donate for the cause, I'm okay with that, right? That's, again, this is Craps for the Cure. It's all the Craps players. All of us love the game coming together one day, 2 days, right? To raise money for a charity. You can put all that other bullshit aside for the one day, right? Just like look at the Olympics, right? The NBA and the WNBA, they all come together. They hate each other all year long. For a week, they play together and they're back as enemies, right? It's okay to do that. It's okay to open your heart to that a little bit. And I think that's the thing I want people to realize, that I'm okay with that. I would interview him. Now, of course, Casino Host won't let him in the building, so I have to interview him outside, right? But I would interview him for Crafts for the Cure. Tell me your life story. I think King Dice has got a great life story. You guys don't probably know his story. You don't maybe not love his persona, but leading up to all this, he's got a pretty interesting tale to tell, right? Share it. Jacob, amazing story, amazing life story to tell, right? It's a harrowing tale, he'll tell you, right? That kind of shit to me is really important in that we share that. And I think, again, it's all about the charity. It's all about raising money. And whatever we got to do to raise money, that's what it's all about, right? So you got to put it aside for a day. Put it aside for a day. He's really helped out. he's really helped us out a lot with marketing and some other things. So I appreciate his time. Now, you may not love what he says, but I appreciate his time. And I think that to me is like, that really just hits me. So that's where I'm tearing up over here. All right, let's get after it. Let's talk about our friend Jimmy. Jimmy's got this strategy put out called For the Money. Came out a couple of days ago. And in the video, he says something like, all you idiots who don't think I win all the time, this is a way to do it. If they only let me play, here's what it says. If they only let me play the 4, I can win, right? And then he sets his bets up and he says, look, all you math guys that think the casino has the advantage, you're full of shit. Look at my bets. There's no way they have the advantage on me. All they have is the 3-1-4, and I've got the 7, and I got the hard 4. Here's the strategy. It's a $200 lay 4. It's a $25 hard 4. And every once in a while, this is the Jimmy thing, every once in a while, he'll hop 2 of the 7s. Now, I can't put math behind every once in a while. I'm just going to do the math on the whole thing so you can see it. But here's how it plays out, okay? And I'm going to show it to you here, and I'm going to go to the table. I'm going to show you at the table to prove to you that I'm not full of crap here, okay? If you lay the 4 for $200, it actually costs you $205 because you're paying the VIG up front. You always pay the VIG on the don't up front on the lay bets, right? On a 3-1, you're going to lose $230. You're going to lose your hard 4 for a quarter. You're going to lose the 205, okay? You're losing $230 on every 3-1-4. That's going to happen twice. And again, looking at the averages on 36 rolls, that'll happen to you twice. Okay. If a hard 4 rolls the way he's got it set up, you're going to lose the 205 and you're going to win 175 on the hard 4. That's a net loss of $30. He calls that a hedge. It's a net loss of $30. It all goes back out again. Okay. On the 7, which is what he's hoping for, you're going to win $70. You're going to lose the hard 4 for a quarter. You're going to win 95 net on the 2 lay bets. You're going to win a net 95. You got to put the VIG back, right? So your net win on a 7 is $70. On his video, he's paying himself 100, right? The net win is $70. The way that works out, you're going to win $70 6 times, which is kind of cool, right? Now on the hopping bets, the way this works, he's going to hop the reds, 2 of them, not all 3 of them, which means you're going to lose 32 times on the hops. You have 4 ways to win, right? You got 32 ways to lose. So 32 times you're going to lose the $10 hops, right? When they win, you're going to win $75 4 times because one of those bets will win 4 times. But on those 4 wins, you're losing the other one. So you're actually winning 75 times 4, but you're losing $5 4 times. Net loss on the hops is $40 over the course of a 36 roll perfection. On the average, your losses will be 230 times 2, plus 30, plus 40 for $530 in losses. You can expect to lose $530 over the course of 36 rolls. Okay. You're going to win that $70 6 times or $420 over the course of a quote unquote perfect 36 rolls. If it all works out, right, you're going to lose $110 on the average over time. This is what the casino does to you. And I don't think people realize what the casino does to you. You think you got them by the short hairs. You think because I got only the 3-1-4 really beats me. But you're not realizing that it beats the shit out of you. It doesn't just beat you, it beats the snot out of you. And all the other crap that you're doing that you think is perfect, you cannot catch up from it. Okay? This is the truth. Now, can it be said that you can be lucky and dodge the 3-1-4 more than you ought to? Sure, right? If it doesn't work out this way, perfect 36 rolls, which you're never going to see. If the variant that you're in has more 7s in it, you can mitigate some of the $110 expected loss. You get 2 extra 7s. Instead of losing 110, you're going to win $30, right? If you get 2 extra or no 3-1-4s, right, at all, you never lose the 230. So you're in great shape. That's going to happen, right? And, you can win 15 times in a row that way. Great. Then you're going to lose 4 or 5 times in a row this way, and it eats it all up, right? The casino gobbles all that up so fast. House Edge and these VIGs are such a destructive force that when you think you've got it hedged perfectly, you never do. There is no perfect way to play this game. There is no way if there was a way to beat the game, somebody smarter than Jimmy would have figured it out by now. There is no way to beat this game. And this is why the casino gets you. You are not playing the perfect 36. They are, because they're playing it for a billion freaking rolls. And you roll this strategy, I guarantee you roll this strategy out on my paycheck show every day for a month, we'll be upside down. Guaranteed upside down. There's no way with that kind of expected loss you're going to ever come out on top. There's going to be days where that 314 destroys you. Yesterday, I threw 5 of them. I threw 5 of them in about 40 rolls yesterday. Way more than we should have saw. Way more than we should have saw. Yesterday was the day where this strategy probably loses $1,000. Easily $1,000, probably more. Okay. Today would have been up. Why does he have hops involved? We don't know. He does hops every so often. He says, when I feel like it, his words were, when I haven't seen a 7 for a while, I hop 2 of them. Okay. Remember, he has the angel on his shoulder, tells him when to play. The secret to Jimmy's system is having the angel on his shoulder that tells him when to do hot bets. He does hot bets on feel, right? I can't put math on that. I can only say, if you're playing the hot bets, here's what you can expect. Hot bets will lose over time when you're playing 2 hot bets like this. Let's go to the table. I'm going to go out to my table. I'm going to show you this with chips so you can see exactly how this all lays out and where this all comes from. So let me go ahead and switch to my other microphone, and then we'll go out there. I'm going to, on the table, show it to you. Give me a second here. Let's go here. Let me go here. I'm going to switch out. This should be, hopefully you can hear me here. We'll run out there. I gotta change my look so you can see it. Let's go here and here. That'll be the daily paycheck look. Do I have a better table view of that? Actually, I can do the strategy view. Let's do that. Let's do this. Not the greatest view that I have, but it's bigger so you can see it. We'll do this one. At least it's, no, not that one, that one. It's kind of zoomed in. And let's go after it. Let's get out there. My head is gonna be in the shot, so I'm sorry for seeing my fat bald head, but here we go. I love being able to walk out to the big table and show you this kind of stuff. Here we go. Let's set her up. I'm gonna show you how this works out. We're gonna go ahead and take $200 on the lay 4. That's gonna cost you 5 in vig. Remember, it's 5% of the win. The net win here is $100. You pay 5% of the win is how the vigs work. Again, a lot of people do videos, they don't show the vig. It's an important part of this thing, okay? There's that. I'm gonna put a quarter here on the 2-2, hopping. It's on the hop hard 4, but it's actually the hard 4. You just can't see it on camera. So this is gonna be our hard 4 play, okay? I will also put 2 red chips here in the come. That'll be our hopping reds. So you can see this is the setup of the system, okay? I'm gonna take each of these kind of in sequence and show you how this plays out, okay? Let's first take the case of the 3-1-4. And there's 2 ways to roll that. There's a 3-1, there's a 3, there's a 1. That's one way to roll a 3-1-4. I can also do a 1 on that die and a 3 on that die. So there's 2 ways to roll a 3-1-4, which means when that result happens, we lose a lot of things. Okay, we lose the 205 twice. So $205 once, $205 twice, and we lose the $25 also twice. On the 3-1-4, that's our loss. Okay, it's 205, 205, and 50 on the 3-1-4. Okay, when the hard 4 happens to roll, how's the hard 4 hurt us? Well, in the hard 4, again, you're going to lose $205. Okay? You're going to win on this one here, 175. Okay? So we're going to win 175. Okay? So what's the net? You lose 205, you win 175. Your net is a loss of $30 on the hard 4. So there's your losses. Okay, your easy 4 is all this. The hard 4 ends up being a loss of $30. That's how that all works out for you. Okay, so there's the 4s. That's your expected loss. I'm going to take the hops as a separate thing because he plays them as a separate weird thing. That's your expected loss. Now your expected win looks like this. When this happens, when you get a 7 what's going to happen? You're going to win 95 bucks. You're going to, we'll call it 100. Okay. I'm going to pay it like this though. I'm going to call it 100. I'm going to pay it like this. You're going to win 100 bucks. You're going to lose the quarter from that, right? You're going to lose that quarter. So your actual win here is 50, 60, 75 bucks. That's your net win. However, you got to take a nickel and put the VIG back on the 7. Okay, so you got to replace the VIG. So your net win on a 7 is $70. Okay, you're going to see how many 7s? 6 7s. What is 6 times 7? 42. That means you're going to have a net expected win of $420 on the 7s. Your 7s win you $420, but you've lost all this mess over here. Okay, what is the net of all that? The net of all that, let's cancel them out. There's 400, and let's take a quarter and make nickels out of it. There's 420. So your wins and your losses, when you cancel them out, what you're left with is that, which I believe is 70 bucks. Okay, your net is going to be a $70 loss. Okay, that's if the 7s and the 4s do what they're supposed to do. You get 2 3 1s, 1 2 2, and 6 7s, you're going to be down 70 bucks. That's the magic strategy, right? Now the hop bets work like this. You have 10 bucks on the hopping, on 2 of the hopping 7s, 10 bucks on 2 of them. Remember, there's 2 ways to roll a 5-2, 2 ways to roll a 6-1. We'll take those as the example. That's 4 ways to win on these hopping bets, okay? When they lose, 32 out of 36 times, these bets will lose. That's 320 bucks. You can expect to lose 320 on those bets because they're not going to win, right? All the other times. Now, when they win, what happens is this. One of them will pay 75 while the other one loses, right? So your net is going to be $70 on the win, right? So your net win, 70 times 4 ways to win. 7 times 4 is how much? 280. 275, 280 is your expected win on those 2 hop bets. Well, there's 280 in wins, there's 320 in losses. By my count, that's a $60 difference. Yeah, can we agree on that, right? 280 here, 320 there. I'm sorry, 40 bucks, right? Let's take it out. Let's take 200. I'm going to actually pay it like we should. So 275, 280. Cancel those bets out. And there's your expected loss on the hops, the 40 bucks. Your expected loss on the day, 75, $110. You're going to lose $110 playing this way over time on average when things work out the way they're supposed to. Yes, sometimes you're going to have more 7s than 4s. And you're going to make a little bit extra money. You got to overcome the 110. Remember, when you're playing this strategy, you're looking at a $110 loss before you start playing. You got to think about being behind 110. You got to get, and again, the 7 nets you 70 bucks. You need 2 extra 7s to get 140 to cancel out the 110 you're starting out upside down with. You need 2 extra 7s to be in the positive on this strategy. And even then, it's only 30 bucks. It isn't like it's a lot of money. You're not making thousands of dollars playing this way, okay? That's the reality. Any strategy that you want to try, any strategy you want to think that looks like a good idea, do the same thing I just did, do it. And it can be as simple as 44 inside. What does 44 inside look like? Like you can just, actually I'll do the outsides because I don't want to mess, we'll do, inside's fine. It doesn't really matter. 44 inside. How do you analyze 44 inside? Okay. Well, what should happen? All these bets are going to pay 14 bucks, right? So 14 bucks times 4, 14 bucks times 5, 14 bucks times 5, 14 bucks times 4. What is that? 18 times 14. Whatever 18 times 14. I don't even know what 18 times 14 is. Whatever that number is, 18 times 14 is what you can expect to win. You can expect to lose 44 times 6. And I can guarantee you 44 times 6, bigger than 18 times 14, right? Guaranteed, that's a bigger loss, right? That's how you can decide, playing 44 inside, going for X number of hits, you can expect that this bet series will lose X times. That's how you evaluate a strategy. Look at what your outlay is, look at what your expected wins are, minus the sevens, or whatever's gonna beat you. When I tell you all the time about knowing what your whacks are, that's how you figure that out. Put them on out there and see what that looks like for you in real time. I'm gonna come back to my computer here, and I'm gonna, because it's morning time, I don't wanna do any math in my head. Let's go back over here. There I am. Let's do a quick little 14 times 18 is 252, and 44 times 6 is 264. So you're net down 12 bucks, right? 44 inside will net you upside down $12 over time, over the average. If you just sit there and same bet it forever, you're net down 12 bucks before you even start making bets. You're down 12 bucks. That's exactly how the casino, this is why they make money. This is why you can't beat them. There's no way to mitigate that. You can hedge, put shit everywhere. There's no way to get ahead of it. That's just the way that it works. So when somebody says, show me how I don't have the advantage, you don't have the advantage. Unless the angel on your shoulder magically can predict when a seven's gonna come, and you can take your $25 hard four down and let the seven rock for one roll and you win it every single time. You can get lucky that way. Trust me, that ain't how you play. And I think it's criminal to teach people that they have the advantage because they figured it out. There's no figuring this out. That is not the way to do it. And again, you can take, I know I'm picking on this one strategy, but you can do that same exercise with any strategy on YouTube. Pick any strategy you want to. Right, my Dallas drawdown, same thing. I can do the same thing. We're gonna lose $3,200 across once or 6 times. We're gonna win $700 on average 24 times. We know that we're gonna be upside down there, right? It's about getting lucky. And how do you choose to get lucky? And when you are lucky, what discipline do you have? The way you win this game is by having discipline and by getting out with money when you're lucky and getting out with not a big loss when you're not lucky. That's what it all comes down to, honestly. So there we go. All right, let's see. I think that's it. I'm gonna go here and just, I'm gonna check for PC. By the way, I should always tell you, put a PC in front of any comments that you want, and I will, I'll see those as comments I can answer here in the chat. So let me go ahead and look at the chats real quick and see what I got. Let's see, Old Bay, if I lost my hair due to stress, you know what, this funny thing, I lost my hair, honestly, when Zach was 12, so 15, 20 years ago. I didn't lose my hair, I rage quit and I got pissed off and I cut it off. Because see this, how it's white? My hair is white, and when I was 32, my hair was white, like it was white. Runs in my family, and I'm like, God, I look like I'm a million years old. I'm coaching baseball, I look like I'm 100 years old out here with this white hair. And I'm like, screw it. I just shaved it all off. And I'm like, I look 20 years younger by shaving it off, and I kept it off. Now I can't grow it back. But it was a decision. Trust me, it was a decision. Let's see. Skill luck. Why waste time on a Jimmy strategy when he doesn't know the correct payouts? The reason why is because of this. There's 2 reasons why, Skill. One is, I want to point out that there's danger to people in watching things like that. But more importantly, I think it's important to see the way that you evaluate something. And by putting it out there and say, like, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen, and here's, at the end of all of that, where am I? In this case, you're down $110, right? When you put the chips on a table and you spread them out and you go, okay, when the 7 does come 6 times, I expect to win or lose this amount of money. If you don't see that, and I don't teach you how to do that, I think people walk into this thing going, oh, 314, it's only 2 ways to roll that. I got the advantage here. I got all the 4s, I'm fine. The casino can't possibly beat me. They can beat you. And that's how they beat you. I think I want to give you a tool, like I just did, to break down anything you see and say, what's really gonna happen to me here? If I do this, what's really gonna happen to me? What can I really expect to see? And knowing that 44 inside, you're facing a $12 loss before you pull your money out of your pocket, just by the nature of playing that way. By going that for the money thing, you're facing a $110 loss. Or if no hops, a $70 loss. You're facing a loss just for showing up. For the courtesy of showing up, you're facing a loss. And you got to know how that works. It's really important to see how that works. I think that's an important thing, and I want to give those tools. So I think it's very important to me. Let's see. Let's see. Money is money. Craps for the Cure is still craps. Good, bad, and ugly for sure. You should make a few more shorts on the badass videos showing this part too. I should, right? The badass videos were great. They were fun, and I've got so many great little badass moves that I pull. And again, it's all just, you know, how do you play with your wins kind of thing. But I think those are important to see. So anyway, hotel, I'm working on it, Mark. I'm working on it. Working on Station right now. Working on Station, Palace Station, because it's close to CQ. They're off strip. Our chances of getting rooms there are better. I'm not sure about discounts, but I'm trust me, I am pulling every string I can pull. Now that we got shut down on Saturday, I'm scramble mode. So my whole life is about scrambling for Craps for the Cure. So I'm working hard, dude. I really am. So keep me honest, and we'll keep rolling with it. All right. I think we are done for the day. I don't know if I have much else to say other than that. Dan, why not play the don't? Sure. At least you're not playing a VIG, right? The VIG on the don't is the come out roll. You're losing on the come out roll that ends up being kind of your expected loss. But yeah, like I said, nobody's got it figured out. This game is not figured out. If you had it figured out, you know, there wouldn't be a game, right? And when you're I didn't even talk about martingale. He martingales those things, right? When you martingale, right, you end up at max pretty quick. It doesn't take much to get to max. You go from 100 or $200 lay 4 and you lose it, you're at 400 to win 200, right? You lose that, you're at 800 to win 400. You lose that, you're at 1,600 to win 800. You lose that, the most you can go to is $2,000 to win $1,000. Most tables are $1,000 max, right? There's a few that are 5. But you get 3 or 4 4s in a row, you're at table max and you can never recover. The martingale gets crushed at table max and you can only get a few cracks at it. If you can find a table where it's a $5,000 max, you can get more leeway, right? Give you more runway. It doesn't matter how much bankroll you have. It's how much bankroll they'll let you use. And they will not let you use your full bankroll. They know this. The casino knows martingale is a guaranteed win with no limits. So they limit it. And that's the nightmare in these scenarios. When people think they've got it all figured out, the nightmare is the martingale, because you will definitely hit the ceiling. And if they don't like what you're doing, trust me, a $5,000 max bet table becomes a $1,000 max bet table the minute you get there. I guarantee you. If you're martingale, and they see you're at $2,500, guess what? That table limit changes like that because they fucking hate you. The casino hates you, and they will absolutely lower that table limit to prevent you from martingaling. I don't care who you are and how much money you have, that will 100% happen. Absolutely, that will happen. I've seen it happen. Okay? So don't take anybody's word for it. Take my word for it. Martingaling is absolutely going to murder you someday. So there we go, guys. I'm out. I am out. Y'all have a great day. Good comments today. Appreciate y'all. And I got to get to work, though. I will see you soon. Have a good one. Wish me luck tomorrow. We're going to play the same comeback strategy tomorrow. I'm going to get my ass kicked again, but it's good. It's good for the stats, right? Good for the stats to see how ugly things get. Anyway, in the meantime, God bless y'all, and have a good one. Bye.